Aries, Aries, Aries. Let's get into your energy. I feel like I'm hearing bad habits to break. So I feel like just like this haunting energy is going to come up for the collective. I see like for you, the way it's going to come up is again, it's just like look, bad vices and stuff that could just end up amplifying themselves, and it could like jeopardize your relationships, or delay certain things that you wanted to move forward within relationships. Like for instance, if you've been seriously dating someone for a while and you're ready to get engaged or take it to the next level, I feel like the next level could get challenged here based off of these vices that could come back up and surface through some triggers. So it's just like when it rains, it pours kind of thing, or there's going to be something that's going to shift majorly and stress you out, where you're going to want to resort to utilizing bad vices to like numb or get through. And they're just kind of like warning you about picking up these bad habits again. But I think it's going to scare you too. But just know it is like, and this too shall pass. It is a storm, but it's what you're doing when that storm is there that's gonna, dictate what it looks like when the sunshine comes out. Do you want to be standing on all 10 and in one piece and just ready to heal, or do you want to be, buried down in the ground too, because you were throwing tantrums as this chaos was going on, you were adding on to it. So just please be mindful of that. You're going to have a very strong mind. And just like Leo and Sagittarius, you're going to need to have a lot of strong self-discipline. So all three fire signs are kind of like in the same element when it comes to self-control and paying attention to the things around you and knowing who to trust and who not to trust and how to move. All right. But for you though, I feel like your bad habits are going to feel like an itch, like it's going to drive you crazy, and you're going to have to come up with things mentally to really work through not allowing that to pile on to the troubles that you already have by, picking up like a bad habit that you engage in obsessively. And you have less control of than you had before once you started to work on it to begin with, once you started to alleviate the stress in your life. I feel like it is a pattern, and I feel like you have experienced these phases before, so you won't be afraid at first. But once you see that the more chaotic things will get, the more cravings you will have, it's going to be like, wait, some has got to give or stop, because it's like both of these things are driving me crazy at an all-time high. Welcome to my newbies. Hello to my oldies. My name is Diamond, and you are watching Pretty Blind Eyes. The readings held on this channel are for entertainment purposes only. The discussions held on this channel should not be taken as literal advice. Some of you, it's gossip, and starting rumors and stuff. I am legally blind, so I do read Braille on my cards to decipher what they are, but I'm an overall intuitive reader. In the description box below, you can find several ways to interact with me, one of which is the availability to book private readings. That calendar is open. To all my PBE members and students, please keep in mind that you have links to discounted readings whenever you want to book at a cheaper price. Thank you guys for all the love, support, gifts, donations, journeying with me, and patience. Yes, a lot of you are going to feel fiery, like furious, and want to get revenge. That's how agitating this will be. So again, you're kind of like Leo's energy. So if any of you may have, Leo as your sun or rising, your moon or rising, then check it out. Check it out. But I believe all three fire signs are pretty much tied in here together, just about. All right, let's get some general messages for you. I feel like too though, it could manifest into you wanting to eat spicier foods and stuff too. And get tattoos, anything that stings or burns. It feels dark, like, and it's going to be something you just have to learn to nurture yourself through, because it has to happen. But it's just what you choose to do while this is happening. King of Cups with the Page of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. High Priestess, Justice card. I feel like too, you may feel like left out of a family, tricked into something. Some people may end up pregnant, and it may make you feel away. Like to my fellas that's in Aries, if a girl pop up pregnant, you're going to feel like it was a setup. But for the Aries overall, there is this situation that feels like a family matter that you're going to feel left out on. You're going to feel like no one gave you authority like you're supposed to have, like they undermining you, if that makes any sense. Like you're going to feel disrespected, like, because it's like, okay, but why ain't nobody tell me? Or what my opinion ain't good enough. Yeah, so heavy family matters here. Heavy family issues. You're going to feel like they're trying to hide things from you. Yeah, this is going to break your heart. Three of Swords with the Ace of Swords, because you're going to see right through it. Sun card. Yeah, two of Swords. Yeah, they're going to make a decision without asking you. And whatever this is very important to you. So this could involve anything with your children, or something that maybe you might not have been ready for your children to do or engage in, or places to go. Like you might not have approved of them going up to these places. And it's just going to trigger a lot, maybe even in your own childhood. But you're definitely going to feel undermined, disrespected, and disregarded, and left out of a group decision here that's going to feel like family, you know. So it could be a work group as well. But this group feels like y'all are locked in enough to know to the point where you feel like, you know, you get to have input as well in your and your decisions or your opinions are respected. And this is out of nowhere too. You're gonna be like, what? Out of nowhere? Like, it's almost like when a person come to you and be like, what you wearing tomorrow? And you'd be like, for what? And they're like, oh, you know, we going to the lake, da, 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 da. I remember we had like 5 meetings. Why you ain't show up to none of them? And you're gonna be like, wait, well, no one told me. So for some of you, you may have Sagittarius as your rising or your moon too, because there's a part where Sagittarius is a sneaky energy around and gonna try to set them up to keep them out of places so they won't gain authority or get recognized for their hard work. Damn. Okay. Woo. Okay, Tower cards. Yeah, I'm telling you, this has to happen though, Ten of Swords, because to me it gives off an energy of you also praying for God to show you people's true colors, and if people have been talking about you behind your back and all that stuff, or stealing from you, or selling you short so they could take the bigger end of the money. Yeah. So yeah, for some of you, this is your work environment, like a group of y'all. Maybe it's an annual thing y'all plan out, and you usually have a certain position that people love for you to have that they're going to try to replace you with. So yeah, some of you have to have Sagittarius as your moon horizon, and you might want to definitely check that out. All right, let's look at love here for you. For some of you, these could be your partners that's going to do this to you. You know, but I mostly feel like it's like a group. It's like a family, a group of friends, or a club you may be in, or a group at work. Okay? All right, let's see. Love for you, Aries. I'm hearing bottom of the barrel. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The choices you get left with is after everybody else then pick what they want. That's going to piss you off too. You're just going to be like, why is all this bullshit happening to me back to back? Because I feel like at first, you know, the little things that may happen, you may not have nothing to say to that. It's just like, okay, I ain't gonna make no big deal on it. I'm like, I'm gonna bite my tongue. Again, Leo reading, to those of you who may have Leo as your moon arising. Or you could be here watching and have Aries as your moon arising too. Okay, but yeah, let's look at love here. Some of you are gonna wonder if you're being cheated on and stuff, because I just feel like a lot of people are gonna be moving funny around you, like they like keeping stuff away from you, and you're like, what is the big deal? Like, why am I the last to know, or why didn't I know? And why ain't nobody being talkative or communicative towards me, or detail oriented? Everything seems like a fucking secret. Yeah, it's gonna piss you off. Be careful. Moon card with the 3 of Wands, for specifically somebody that has an Aries moon, I'm hearing. Yeah, because it's gonna make you feel like they plotting against you. So heavy Aries and Sagittarius, for real, interchanging in this reading. Some of y'all could be dealing with a Sagittarius too. You know, your lovers and stuff could be. All right, love. Hangman. Yep, you're just going to be tired of getting left out. Strength card with the Temperance card. Yep, you're going to run out of your patience. You're going to go off if you're not careful, Aries. Magician card, King of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Some of you are not going to want your lover to work with someone too, or be partners with someone in something. Yep. Because you're not going to trust it, and you're going to think that person is out to get you, or, you know, it's up to something. That person could be older than your girlfriend or boyfriend too. And I feel like they work with them, or they will work with them. Yeah, you're going to get curious about your lover's work environment and the people there. Let me see, 2 of Pentacles here. You know, you got to be careful, because you might get tempted to be petty, to make them juggle, and you're going to want them to stroke your ego, but it's all going to be too egotistical, and you're going to push people away, Aries. You have to breathe, calm down, process it, Just entrust your intuition, but choose to just stay calm and communicate accordingly. Don't go off, because you're going to make it worse. But if you take your time to let them know that you see what they're doing, they will fall off. See, Four of Wands here, trouble in the home especially. Trouble amongst friends and family especially, in surrounding money and accomplishments here, Aries. So, well, all right, Aries, my name is Diamond. You're watching Pretty Blind Eyes, and I'll see you next go round. Bye.